Tell us why, at your age, you think you would be a better candidate than the incumbent, Madeleine Bordallo, for the office of delegate, particularly given her years of experience in Washington. Why you, as opposed to her?
Sure. Well, I have nothing but respect for the Congresswoman's decades of service, but it's been 10 years, and in those 10 years, the Congresswoman has passed 7 bills, of which 2 have directly impacted our island. I think we have to start thinking about how that experience has actually benefited our community. And so I bring to the table education, experience in international and national politics, and ties to the Obama administration. And my goal, if elected, is to ensure that we had someone with the energy, the passion, and the willingness and ability to fight for us in Washington.
Why didn't you take the more traditional route for Guam politics, running for the legislature, say, first, before making the bid for what is perceived to be the higher office of delegate?
Sure. Well, I don't believe, and I don't see democratic politics as a ladder. I think we have to look at each job as any other job. We have to look at this seat in terms of the qualifications of the candidate or the person aiming for that seat. This position requires someone with the education, the energy, and the experience that would allow the candidate to engage toe-to-toe with politicians nationally and internationally. And given my background in international politics, as well as my experience having worked with senior officials in the highest levels of government in DC and in London, this is my way of contributing back to the community. And it's, my experience has adequately prepared me for this.
The biggest issue on Guam now, and has been for years and will be for years to come, is the military buildup. Good for Guam? If so, why?
I support the buildup because of the promise and the potential of economic growth it would have brought to our island. But the original buildup, as planned, did not do enough, did not pay enough attention to improving the lives outside of the military base. I think going forward, we need to build a comprehensive package that would benefit both our community and the private sector while protecting our environment.
Do you think that Madeleine Bordallo made a mistake in not accepting the compromise that was offered to her by Senators Levin and McCain back in 2009 on war reparations?
Yes, I think that rejecting that offer was a mistake. That offer was the result of decades of work by previous Congress people. And I would have taken that offer if I was in that seat. Right now we have our greatest generation at the twilight of the years waiting for the respect and recognition that they long have deserved. First step, I think, to procuring that reparations, if we had the opportunity again to pursue it, would be to rebuild those relationships that were harmed as a result of that process.
Can you win this race?
Yes, and yes we can, in fact. And we've come a long way since our launch back in May. And since then, there have been ups and downs. But I genuinely believe that we're closer now to winning this than ever before. And we're closer now than we have ever been to making history. But fundamentally, it's up to the people of Guam to decide. But as we get to the next 2 weeks, I'm very optimistic.
Good luck, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.